Okay, so students, today we are going to do phrase versus clause. Okay, so let's have an idea of what is a phrase and what is a clause. But before going to the definitions, let's go through some examples. Now, the first sentence that I have chosen is, see, the sun rises in the east. That is my first sentence. The sun rises in the east. Now, in this sentence, you see, the sun is a subject. Rises is the main verb. The sun rises. Okay. In the east. Now, can you tell me, in this sentence, there is a group of words which, I mean, if we separate it, if we think separately, then that group of words has no meaning. Only that particular group of words. For example, see, if I think the sun rises. So if I put a full stop over here also, it will make some sense because it has a subject and it has a predicate. The sun rises. But this group of words, see, in the east, this group of words has no sense. Okay, meaning if you only think about this group of words like in the east, it is not making any sense. Okay, see, because see, it has no subject. In the east, there is no subject. What happens in the east? We don't know. So in the east, it has no subject. It has no verb. Okay. So no verb, no subject. So no verb meaning no predicate part, no subject part. This group of words in the east. Okay. So in the east, this group of words is a phrase. Clear? Why is it a phrase? Because it has no complete meaning only. It has no subject. It has no predicate. So what happens in the east? We don't know. Now come to the second sentence. The sun is a star that rises in the east. This is my second sentence. So please look at the difference between the first sentence and the second sentence. Here I have added some words, no? What words have I added? The sun is a star. So I have added these, you see, these two words, a star. And I have also added one linker to join this part to another part. Now look at this. The sun is a star that rises in the east. Now, if I think about this part, see which part has a subject? The subject is the sun. Yes, we are talking about the sun. So this is my subject. The sun is a star. If I put a full stop over here, if, for example, if I think that there's a full stop over here, and if I think that the sun is a star, this part is only my sentence. Does it make sense? Yes, it makes sense. The sun is a star. Yes, we all know that the sun is a star, right? So the sun is a star is one sentence then. Then what happens to the other part? That rises in the east. Now this part, that rises in the east, is called the clause. Okay. This is called the clause. Now why is it called the clause? What is the difference between this group of words and this group of words? Now, in this group of words, you see, you have a subject, and that subject is that. The subject is that. We are talking about that. That rises in the east. You have a verb, rises. So look at the difference between the phrase and the clause. A clause has a subject. It also has a verb. That means it also has a predicate. That rises in the east. So in this part, that is the subject and rises in the east is a predicate. That means you have a verb over here. Okay. Now what is the difference between phrase and clause? See, in the east has no meaning. But this group of words, that rises in the east, has little bit of meaning. I mean, somewhat meaning is definitely there because you have a subject that, then you have a predicate. That means it is clear that we're talking about that. Okay, so फिर भी some sense is there. So a phrase has no meaning, and no meaning meaning very less meaning, you can say very less meaning, and the clause makes incomplete sense. That rises in the east. We know that this part of a sentence is actually incomplete. Okay, that rises in the east means what? What happens to that? Okay, so that is not clear to us, right? So that rises in the east is a clause because it has a subject and it also has a verb, that is rises, but the meaning is incomplete. Okay, you want something more to complete the meaning of that group of words. All right, that means clause is a part of a sentence. See, actually this clause, this group of words that rises in the east is a part of the main sentence. Now, so when you have this part, when this part is added to the main part, the sun is a star that rises in the east, then the whole sentence gets a nice meaning, right? So clause then is a group of words which is a part of a sentence and it has incomplete sense. And phrase is a group of words which is also a part of a sentence, but it has very little meaning, and be very careful, it has no subject and it has no verb. Okay, now the second sentence, she has a chain of gold. So she is my subject, chain is the object, she has a chain of what? Meaning it is made of something, of gold. So this is your phrase. This is your phrase because this part has no meaning. Till here you have meaning. See, she is a subject. She has what? She has a chain. So if I put a full stop over here also, she has a chain, this part makes sense. And of gold, if you only think about this part, of gold, it has no meaning. Okay, so it is phrase. It is a group of words with very little meaning. Similarly, see the next sentence. She has a chain which is made of gold. Same sentence, which is made of gold. So which is made of gold is it a phrase? Which is made of gold? Is it a phrase? Let's check if this is a phrase. But it cannot be a phrase because firstly it has a verb. It has a verb. It has a helping verb. It also has a main verb. So if a group of words has verb, one or more verbs, then it cannot be a phrase. It has to be a clause. And you have a subject also, which you have a subject also, and you have verbs. That means a group of words which has subjects and verbs is definitely a clause, not a phrase. So here, which is made of gold is a clause. It is a group of words belonging to one sentence. Now what is this part? She has a chain. Now she has a chain. So this part, if I put a full stop also over here, she has a chain is a complete sentence. Here also, she has a chain was a complete sentence. Okay. But in this, so in the sentence in which you have a clause, the other part is called the main clause because this is a complete part of the sentence. This is the incomplete part of the sentence. So a clause is a group of words which is having incomplete sense, but the difference between phrase and clause is a clause will have a subject and verbs, that is predicate, and a phrase will not have any subject and any verb. Look at the next sentence. A cat sat on a wall. The cat is the subject. The cat sat where? On a wall. So on a wall is my group of words and it has no subject, no verb. So this is my phrase. Look at the next sentence. The rose is a flower which smells sweet. So here the subject is my rose, is the rose, and we're talking about a rose, and the rose is a flower which smells sweet. So this is the group of words which has a subject over here and it has a verb also, smells. That means this is my clause. Is it clear? Look at, see, if I just make a division between this part and this part, look at the difference. The rose is a flower. It's a complete sense. It has a complete sense. So this part is also a clause and it is called the main clause. and this part has incomplete sense, which smells sweet. So it is my subordinate clause. This we are going to do in the next class, I guess. Here also, she has a chain. This part is called my main clause because it has complete sense. And the part which does not have which does not have complete sense, is actually called a subordinate clause. So this I'm going to do slowly. First, in today's first we have to start with this, the difference between phrase and clause. Okay, so please watch the video again, and if you have any doubts, do ask me.